welcome to Pilates. Today we are going to work on opening up into our hips. So if you have done our classes before, you know this one. We also are going to practice getting up and down off the floor. Please, if you need to use assistance of your hands or anything like that, please do. But try and focus on concentrating. Try and focus on those muscles that are helping you get up, and remember to make space in your body. So you don't want to scrunch into the body. Remember, our bodies are made to move, and we need to flow and get the blood flowing, the lymph flowing, and all of that. So just remember that as we do these things. So especially if you're using your hands to stand up and get down, make sure that you're not tensing into your arms and pushing up too much with that. Actually think about the muscles that need to activate as you come up. So just that before you start and get into it. If you do struggle with your knees, try and get a thicker mat if you need. Otherwise you can fold your mat in half. And just check how you are doing with that. I know it's hard when we over video and I'm not there to be like this, do this, change like this, but just listen to your body. Watch out that you're not listening to your mind saying, I can't do it. Listen to your body. Listen to what your body is telling you. So tune into your body. Remember to ground yourselves into the mats, making that space between the vertebra growing up and using the muscles to support that spine and support that space. Breathing, which is your air, and your intention. So set your intention for today. Mobility, getting up and down off the floor with ease. As you age, it gets a little bit harder, so this is a class for that. Alrighty, let's start with our normal warm-up. Let's stand feet hip width apart, checking that your weight is even, big toe, baby toe to the heel. I want you to grow up tall, so imagine I'm pulling you from a string from the top of your head, but melt those shoulders down away from the ears, keeping the ribs closed. We're just going to do 3 deep Pilates breaths. So if you haven't done Pilates before, this is the breath that we do. You're inhaling through your nose, opening sideways through the ribs, and then exhale, bringing the ribs together, belly button to spine, narrowing into the hips, lift the pelvic floor up. And here we go again. Inhale, sideways through the ribs. And exhale, bring ribs together, belly button to spine, narrow into those hips, lift the pelvic floor. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's start rolling down. Inhale, sideways through the ribs. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest. I want you to soften into your knees, so you're not just going to stretch into your hamstring. We're actually going to warm up into the spine. And we're going to roll down as far as you can go. Take the tension out of the back of the neck and the shoulders. Inhaling at the bottom here and exhale. Scoop that belly button up, so really engage into that core, send that pubic bone forward, and we stack the spine, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale here. Exhale, chin to chest. Just tune in and feel how your body is feeling. Inhale, exhale, scoop belly button up, tuck the pubic bone and stack. And try and get a little bit further each time, but make sure you're listening to that body. And you're going as far down as you can. I'm going to face this way a little bit. Inhale, exhale, scoop it up. So you're using those abdominal muscles to support the spine. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, run it down. If you can, have your legs a little bit straighter, have them straight, otherwise soften them. Bend them a little bit more. Exhale, scoop it up. Use that breath to help you. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, roll it down. Getting that spinal fluid moving. Inhale. Exhale, scoop. Stimulating the nerves as well, getting the energy flowing through the spine. Right down. And exhale, scoop. Let's go one more. We're going to hold it down at the bottom today. You're going to release the back of the neck. So make sure you're not holding on to it. You really want to release here. Take your hands up like that. I just want you to sway side to side. Just taking that tension out. Tension out of the shoulders. Just feel how the body feels as you sway. Find your center for me. Place your hands down on the mat. So that means you need to bend your legs and bend your legs more. And then you're going to keep one leg bent and then straighten into the other leg, and then we're just going to walk it out here. So feeling that stretch in the back of the leg.
Warming up into those hamstrings and the calves. And find your center, soften into both knees, inhale and exhale, scoop belly button up, tuck pubic bone and stack, lower back, middle back, upper back. Standing up tall for me. We're going into our lateral flexion. So we're going to interlace our fingers, hands behind our head, slide those shoulder blades down the back. Your ribs are closed. Make sure your joints are stacked. So be careful you're not standing like Urkel like this with the hips forward. You really want to lift up, tall lift up out of that lower back. And imagine you're going to slide between two walls. So we're inhaling over, keep that shoulder out of the ear, and exhale, narrowing into the waist, bring it back. I want your toes facing forward for this one. And exhale, bringing it back. You can hip width. And exhale, use those obliques to bring it back. So again, you're supporting the spine with those abdominal muscles, with the obliques. And exhale. Make space. Remember, like you're shooting rainbows at the top of your heads. So even though we're crunching into our body and bending into our body, should I say, we're bending into our body, not crunching into our body. So we're lengthening first, making space so we can move. I can't remember which side I started on, so let's do one or two more, just be even for me. And then we're going into our rotation, which is going to help our digestive system. So make sure those hips are facing forward and you're rotating from your waist. We rotate, deepen it, bring it back. And for two. Keep growing tall, keep making space. Watch you not pulling with your elbow to bring you there. You're keeping the chest open, the shoulders down away from the ears. Belly button's in, hips are facing forward. If you feel like your hips are going with you, then think about sending them in the opposite direction. Okay. Let's do one more. And bring it back. Bring the arms down. We're going to come to the back of our mats. And we're going to slowly walk out into our plank. So we're going to roll down, walk out into our plank, and then we're going to come onto our all fours. So we're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale, soften into those knees, roll it down. You're doing 3 or 4 walks with your hands. So you're going 1, 2, 3 or 4 if you need to. Shoulders down away from the ears, belly button towards the spine. Find that plank position, just engaging into those abdominals, finding the core, sending the energy through the feet, pulling the kneecaps up from the quads. Make sure your shoulders are stacked above your wrists so you're not too far back. You're not sinking in, you're engaging. Push the hands down into the mat. So you've got those long fingers, wide hands, shoulders down, belly button in. Use your arm muscles to. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften into the knees, untuck the toes, push back with rest position. To our all fours. Okay, from there, let's just do a quick stretch into the feet, just so we can get a little bit of movement there. So tuck your toes for me and just sit on your heels as much as you can. So if your feet are really tight, this is going to be sore. So your toes are underneath. You can even, if your baby toe doesn't want to go there, you can kind of pull it underneath and just feel that stretch in the back of the feet there. And you might even feel it in the top of the feet and in the toes. So just see where you're feeling it. And just sitting back, sitting down. This might be tough for you and that's okay. Just go to where you can. Remember, our feet carry us through every day, and that's a very important part as well of getting down and up off the mat or off the floor is our feet, our ankles, our knees and our hips. It's not just our hips. A lot of the time people think it's our hips or our knees, but we also have that ankle movement as well and in the feet. Okay, from there we're coming to our all fours. You can untuck your toes. Just wiggle your toes if you need to. Okay, so we're going to alternate legs, if you can remember which leg you're doing, so focus first. I'm going to say right hand side first. So we're coming here, you're bringing your right leg through for me, bring it about shoulder width apart, then you're going to bring your left leg through, okay, so we're here. Now, if you don't have that ankle mobility, you're going to struggle to get down without lifting your heels up. But try and get your bum down into your deep squat, shoulders down here. Now I want you to think about lifting. We're going to push through those heels and we're going to come to standing, but I want you to feel like I'm pulling you from a string from the top of your head. Engage into those heels, into those glutes, as we push up into our standing position. Okay. From there, we're sliding straight back down. So chest proud, bend straight back down, belly button in towards the spine. So if you need to, if you can't get that deep squat, you can start bringing yourself, go to where you can, and then bring your hands down and then you can go backwards. Okay, so bring it down, lift your bum up slightly, right leg back, left leg back. Okay, now we're going to swap. We're taking the left leg forward. So left leg forward, bringing it in. So bring your knee underneath your underarm, underneath your shoulder. Belly button in as you bring that right foot in. Okay, if this is where you are, be there. Otherwise, try and send that bum down, getting into that deep squat. Belly button to spine. And then push to those heels, come straight up. Engage, squeeze bum cheeks. Again, go straight down. If you cannot go as deep, then you're going to go as far as you can. Belly button in. And then sit down. Get that position. We need to get here more. Then push to the heels. Bring the hands back down. Left foot back. Right foot back. Good. Right leg again. Bring right. Then left. Sit down as much as you can. Push up. Bring it down. Right foot back. Left foot back. Left foot forward. Right foot forward. Sit it down. Push to the heels. Lift the pelvic floor. Slide down until you can. As much as you can. Lift. And then lift. One more each side. I'm going into my screen. I need to move a little bit back. Okay. We're going right leg. Knee underneath shoulder. Left leg. So it's about shoulder width. Sitting down. Toes facing forward. Push the heels. Energy through the heels. Engage into those glutes. Inhale. And we slide it down. Belly button in. Slide. Sit. Lift up slightly. Right leg. Left leg. One more. Left leg. So you might find this easy. You might find it hard. Just work with your body. Sit down. Push up. Push down, or bend down, slide down, sit, lift, belly button in, so you're hinging forward slightly, left leg, right leg, your leg should be warm. From there, we're just going to swivel round. Okay, so you're going to leave, for me it's my right leg back, but whichever way you are to face your camera. And we're going to sit in our mermaid or our Z-sit, whichever labeling works for you. If you are, tighten your hips, you're going to struggle to get the sits bone down. So if you want, take a cushion or a towel, just so you can get that feeling of pushing the bum cheek down into something. And you can slide it under that bum cheek there, just to lift that position a little bit. Otherwise, what I want you to focus on is sending that sits bone right down into the mat for me. Lift the chest proud. So sternum facing forward, shoulders down and away from the ears. You can have your hands on your hips for the first one. Okay, so this is a Z, if you can see. Okay, so the foot is in line with the knee, and this leg is also the same thing at the back. Okay, so push the hips down, lift up tall out of that waist, and then from there, without twisting in your waist, you're lifting that hip forward for me. So you're opening up into this front line of the body, and then push that sits bone down. And we lift. So this is the first one. If you struggle with the progressions as we go, the next one shouldn't be too bad. But then the last one, if you struggle with your knees, just keep it with this one or the next one. So you don't have to go past where you feel it's just past your comfort zone. Try and go just past your comfort zone, but don't go into where your body cannot take you just yet. Let's go 3 more, up and down. 2, grow tall. 1, okay, we're going to add an arm. So place the front leg's arm out to the side. So for me it's my left side, it might be your right side. Here, we're taking this arm, you're going to lift that same movement we did now, but now we're adding the arm and you're looking down at the hand there. Shoulders out of your ears. And then pull that elbow down into your hip. And we reach out, open up into that front line of the body, at 3, belly button in, So 4, 5, 6, 7, and if you do struggle, it's a good one to do like every day, every second day, because our mobility is what gets us through life, especially as we age. Okay, if you want to stick with that, stick with that. Lift up onto our front knee. So from here, you're going to place this hand down and we're going to lift up, push that hip. This shoulder is out of your ear, reach this arm long and pull back down. So have that intention of pulling that elbow back down, thinking of that lat at the back. So place it here, push it forward and bring it back down. And push. And exhale. Make sure the shoulders stay under the ear. Push. Push. Reach. Reach. And let's go 3. And 2. Last one. Okay, while I'm here, I'm going to show you a way to get up from the Z-sit. So if you struggle with your knees again, just watch it, take note of how you can get up from the floor. So this we're coming up and forward and we're swiveling it around, so that we're only doing the one side now. When we go to the other side, we'll do the other side, so don't overthink it too much. Okay, so just know which leg you had in front now. We come up here, okay? This foot is sliding back today. We then take our weight onto our front knee, our back leg comes forward, and we lift our front leg up. Then from there we take the front leg back first. So you're coming here into that kind of lunge with the foot underneath you. Send the back leg back, send the front leg through. It's a bit harder on the mat if you're sticky, and then come down. Okay, so we're going to do that 2 more times, or 3, just to get it into your body, and then we'll go over onto the other side. Okay, so you're in your Z-sit. Go slowly if you need to. Adjust, use your hands if you need to. Okay, so we're lifting up. Then send this foot through. Weight onto that knee. Lift up tall. Take your front leg back. That's why I'm taking it up so I can remember which one is back. Take that leg through. Slide that and then come in. So if you're on a slippery mat or on the floor, it's a little bit easier because you can kind of slide without getting stuck. Okay, up again, up, grow tall, send that foot through, lift up, take it down, down, bring it through. One more for me. Up, slide it back, lift up, take it down, come back into your Z-sit. Okay, from there, we're going to do a little swivel with our legs and then we're going to go over to the other side. So let's start with this side and do a few, just bringing your back leg forward to the front. So you're lifting tall, you're leaning over slightly, you lift your back leg up, you're taking it out straight, you're bringing it to the front. If this is where you can go, this is where you stay. Okay, otherwise you can fold it in and over, getting a nice stretch into that glute med. There, lean backwards, try not to use your hands on the floor, but if you need to, like I say, you can just gently have it there. Okay, if you're there, just breathe, getting that movement in the hip, round, grow tall. Breathe. Lift tall out of your waist. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. You're going to take it back and then we're going to swivel around to the other side, meaning we're leaning over, we're taking it up, we're bringing it round and we're taking the other leg to the back. Okay, now you may feel that the one side is tighter than the other side. Just work with your body. Okay, so like for me, this side is definitely a whole lot tighter than the other side, and that's actually quite tight today compared to what it normally is. So you just want to send that sits bone down as much as you can into the mat. Growing tall, chest is proud. You can start with your hands on your hips and just open and push down. You might find as you're doing this, it gets a little bit loose and you can get a little bit more down. But like I say, work with your body. Grow tall. Just breathe. Sometimes we take the mobility for granted and we're always just thinking about strength, strength, strength. But we need that balance. 2 more. Last one. Okay. Hand of the front leg, take it out. Watch out, you're not like this. Okay, so activate into those back muscles. Bring the elbow into your side here and we lift up. Push that hip forward, get that long line, reach it, open it out, and then pull that elbow back in so you've got that engagement in the sideline here. And reach and pull it back in, and that sits bone down, reach, exhale, reach, and reach. Let's do 3. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm bad at the counting thing. Need a clicker. And 1. Okay. Are we ready for this? Like I say, if you struggle with this one, then just stick with the one we just did. Okay, hand out. You can take it slightly more away if you need to. That shoulders down away from the ear. You're coming up onto the knees, opening out a little bit more, and bring it back down. And reach. Shoulder down away. May feel totally awkward for you, extremely uncomfortable. Just take note of how your body's feeling. Send the hips forward and up, so you're opening up into that sideline there, and reach. Shoulder is out of your ear, and reach. I can tell you this side for me is a little bit harder. And 2 more. Last one. And come down. We all struggle. We all struggle and we all have our things that are a little bit harder than the rest of them. So just work with your body. Okay. Are we ready? I feel like I'm missing something out. Legs come to that standing. So we're coming up onto our knees. The front leg comes back down. Same one. So remember which leg you have in front. That's why I lifted up in the front of me. Okay, so growing tall, out of your torso, we lift up, we send that foot through, bring the back foot through, grow tall here, lift, take that leg back first. Then this leg goes behind and you send that foot through to the front. Okay, up onto the knees, send the foot through, bring it back, lift it up, and down, take that leg back, send it through. Okay, if you have a sticky mat, help your foot through. Okay, up 2 more. Your foot through, lift, up, take it back, breathe, and we go down. And last one, lift it up, send it through, grow tall, take it back, sit down. Okay, you might find you moving, that's totally normal. Okay, send it back. Let's bring this leg through so you can take your arms out to T position, shoulders down away, that chest is proud, so watch out you're not here, it makes it so much more difficult. Open it out, be inviting, grow tall, shoulders down away, lean over to your front bum cheek, take it out to the side, bring it down. If you can't, it's there. If you can, lift tall. Take it back, and to the back, and through, and get back, and round, and take it back, and let's go 4 more, and back, and 3, shoulders down. If your hands are struggling, take it back to the waist. If your shoulders are getting tired, 2 more, good. Last one. Okay, you're taking it back and then we're going to swivel around just so we're even. Okay, so we're going to take it over, lift it up, swivel around to there. Good stuff. Awesome. So we're going to Swivel onto our mats like so. Come to the front. Over here. We're just going to release our lower backs. So standing up, sitting down. Place your hands on your mat, lifting tall. Shoulders down away from the ears. If you struggle with your hip flexors, like I've said before, take your feet slightly away from you. Engage into those lower back muscles. We're going to inhale there. You're going to exhale, send those sits bones forward. So initiate the movement from that pelvis. So sits bones forward, pull the belly button towards the spine, lift that pelvic floor, just going to your straight arms. Your head is an extension of your spine, so watch as you're not going over here. Okay, shoulders down, belly button in like someone's about to punch you, and then lift up tall back onto the sits bones, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, send the sits bones forward, lift that pelvic floor, round into that spine. Inhale, and exhale, scoop. Lift tall, inhale there, and exhale, sits bones forward, pubic bone forward, pelvic floor up, belly button towards the spine. And lift tall, inhale, and exhale. So initiate, round into that lower back, and scoop, lift. And let's go 3 more, round. Keep the shoulders out of your ears, but allow the shoulder blades to move on your back. So you're not rigid here in the upper back, but you don't have your shoulders up here as you go backwards. So again, even though we're going and we're rounding, you're still thinking of growing tall through the top of your head. You're not just dropping. Lift out of those lower back muscles. Last one for me. Lift tall. Keep that lift in your lower back over here. Take the arms out in front of you. You're going to inhale there, you're going to exhale, peel it down, lower back. Get that lower back into the mat. Then the middle. And then the upper back. Head, neck and shoulders down. Bring your heels in closer to your bum. So your heels are underneath your knees. Your feet are hip width apart. Check in with your knees, especially if you struggle with your inner thighs and your outer thighs, that you're not dropping open or dropping the knees together. So have that energy through the legs. Okay? Hands out by the sides, reach those fingertips down towards the mat. You're going to inhale here, we're going into our pelvic curl, so you're going to inhale here, you're going to exhale. Find that imprint of the spine. So that means you're losing the arch in your lower back, you're lifting your pubic bone up and your tailbone up. Release the bum cheek slightly so you don't want to grip with your bum. And you're peeling up lower, then middle, then upper, keeping the ribs closed. You want to try and find that diagonal line from the shoulders to the knees. Inhale there and exhale, peel it down, upper back, middle back, lower back, pelvis back into neutral. Inhale and exhale, imprint. So if you struggle to get to diagonal, just means your lower back might be a little bit tight. See if you can engage deeper into the abdominals, the lower back, lift up. See if you're squeezing into your bum cheeks. Release your bum cheeks and see how much you drop. So try and keep it as relaxed as possible here and find the engagement front and back of your torso. And then peel it down, upper, middle, lower back, pelvis back into neutral. So you're really articulating through that spine. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine. Then peel it up, lower back, middle back, upper back. So there is a difference between a pelvic curl and a bridge. A bridge you're literally lifting up and you're squeezing your bum cheeks. This you're actually articulating through your spine. Check the space between your ribs and the hips on either side is the same. Peeling it down. Pelvis back into neutral. Inhale and exhale. Imprint the spine. Scoop the abs. Come up. Inhale and exhale, peeling it down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Try and keep the head looking up and try and keep the back of the neck long. So careful you're not looking at the wall behind you or whatever's behind you. Peeling it up. Ribs are closed. Inhale. Exhale, peeling it down. This one you're going to hold it up. So you're going to inhale here, you're going to exhale, imprint the spine, scoop the abs, come up as high as you can. So try and keep that pelvis up. So careful that as you get tired, you're not dropping it down. So really engage. You can squeeze into your bum cheeks now. Think about sending the sits bones together. And we're just going to pulse the knees away from each other. So squeezing from those outer thighs. Keep lifting. Belly button's in. Lift, lengthen into that lower back, and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift, exhale, 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 exhale. And let's go 10 more. Keep lifting. 9. Space between the ribs and hips the same. 6, 5. You've got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Peel it down. Upper back, middle back, lower back, pelvis back into neutral. If you need to just sway, you can sway. You can even take your knees side to side over here just to release into that lower back. So if your body needs to move, move into it. You don't have to stay rigid. Okay, let's isolate into those upper abs. We're going to interlace the fingers, hands behind the head. Keep your head heavy in your hands like a coconut in the hammock, and then I want you to try and keep your pelvis in neutral when you do this. So you're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, lengthen through the top of your head, so think long before you come up. Ribs together, belly button to spine, narrowing the hips, lifting up into your chest lift as high as you can. Inhale at the top and exhale, lengthen as you go back. Inhale, then exhale, coming up. Hold your spine and exhale, lengthening back down. Inhale and exhale. Lift that pelvic floor, engage, pull that belly button towards the spine and come down. And exhale. Up we get and come down. We're going to do 3 more. Lengthening through, carefully not pulling your head to come up higher. Open up the elbows. Inhale, exhale, coming up. Really engaging into those abdominals. And last one, we're going to hold it up. So you're holding it up here. And then again, the same thing. So I want you to think of keeping this up. Belly button in, and now squeeze the legs apart. Stabilizing in the pelvis, pull that belly button towards the spine. Think of those outer thighs, think of sending the sit bones together. And if you want to, ever, and do this, you can put a resistance band around your legs. Okay, and then that just grabs into those glutes a little bit more. Keeping this height, feel that engagement into the abdominals. 3, keeping that pelvis stable. 2, 1, bring the knees back into hip width apart, inhale, and exhale, head, neck and shoulders coming down. Going into our rotation, keeping that pelvis neutral, so check those back hip bones are staying down into the mat and you're not rolling in the pelvis as we rotate. Thinking of opposite rib to hip, so interlacing those fingers, hands behind the head again. You're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, head, neck and shoulders coming up. Inhale, then exhale, rotate, looking just past your quad. Inhale through the center, exhale, rotate. Elbows are open. Keep that height as you inhale. Exhale, rotate. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows open. Opposite rib to hip. So watch you not pulling yourself over like this. Inhale. Check that opposite hip. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Inhale through the center. Exhale, head, neck and shoulders coming down. Place your hands down by your sides. We're lifting the one leg to tabletop, and I want you to lift the other leg to tabletop. Find that neutral pelvis, so tailbone down, arching your lower back the same. Hands down by your sides. Keeping the knees the same angle, you're lowering the toe down to the floor from that hip, keeping that arch in the lower back the same, and lift up. And for 2. And lift. So check the space between the ribs and the hips. Check that tailbone stays down, especially as you're lifting the leg up. And check that you're not moving in your spine. Okay, so you've got the stabilization in the torso, in the pelvis. Use your breath. You can exhale, take the leg down, inhale it up, or inhale, take the leg down, exhale up. See what works for you. See what breath pattern assists your movement better. If you're cramping in your feet, just relax. You don't have to point, but try and get the toe down first instead of the heel. 2 more. Last one, just make sure you're even. Bring the legs together. If you need to release your lower back, just hug it in. Bring the legs back. I want you to squeeze them together. Now we're taking both legs down at the same time. So shoulders down away from the ears. Pelvis in neutral, arch and the lower back the same. And we're lowering those toe down as far as you can go, and then lift. Keep that tailbone down. Okay, so if this is where you can go to without popping that lower back up, that's where you go to. If you feel, okay, I'm getting to here, and then you feel your lower back starting to lift, see if you can engage the abdominals a little bit more, and then lift. Exhale. Shoulders down and away. Watch out you're not tensing into your shoulders and into your arms to take the legs as far down as you can. Find that strength, release that tension. Breathe, the same thing. If you need to, exhale down, inhale up, or inhale down, exhale up. Breathe with what works for you on this one. 2 more. Belly button in. Last one. If you need to, you hug those knees. Just release the hips. Okay. Legs up to tabletop. We're taking our knees side to side. So knees above the hips, toes up from the knees, carefully not down here. We want energy through the legs. Shoulders down, palms facing up as those arms are T position, and you want a long line from fingertip to fingertip. So middle finger to middle finger. Side those shoulder blades down the back. That thing of thinking of chasing the bottom knee with the top knee, so you're lifting from the pelvis, keeping the opposite shoulder down, only as far as you can without lifting that opposite shoulder up. Exhale, bringing it back from those obliques. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, bringing it back. And inhale. And exhale, bring it back. Use those obliques. Use your breath. Inhale, up and over. Keep chasing bottom knee with top knee. Exhale, bringing it back. Looking up, check that you're not tensing into those neck and shoulders again as you go. 1 more each side. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Okay. I'm going to do the easy version today, so arms out to T position, just because we're working the hips a lot. But if you feel this is too easy for you, you can take this leg straight along the mat. Other leg going straight up towards the ceiling. You are flexing your foot, palms facing up, arms still out. We're going across the midline first, but towards your other leg. Going to inhale, drop and catch your leg, find your center. And exhale, drop and catch your leg, find your center. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Find your center. We're changing directions. Inhale. And exhale. So you're moving from that ball and socket joint. Check what's happening at the top here. It's engaged, but it's not tense. Let's hope I don't drop the screen down. And 2. And 1. And then lift that knee. Pull it in towards your chest. If you want to take that leg out now, you can. You can pull that knee slightly to the side of your body. I hope your guys' home stuff is going well and you have a nice little spot and some space. It does help. And you don't have to move your furniture every time that you want to exercise. Okay, other leg down, other leg up. I'm not saying left and right, whichever leg you have. Just make sure it's the other leg. The space between your ribs and your hips is the same on either side, so check that. Then you can check your pelvis. Palms facing up, arms to T position, going across the midline first. Inhale, drop and catch. And exhale, drop and catch. Inhale. Find that center after each one, so you find that pause. The power in the pause. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Find your center. Let's change directions. Inhale, drop and catch. And 2. Inhale and exhale. If you have a click, go a little bit smaller. Try and work with no click, even if it's not sore. 2 more. Last one. Find your center. Hug that knee in. If you want to take the other leg out, you can. And pull that knee to the side a little bit. Okay. So, we normally do rolling like a ball burpees if you've done my classes and you know me. If not, we are doing happy baby burpees. Again, we're coming from down to coming up. If you do not want to jump up or stand up too quickly, hands to help you. Otherwise, if you're not feeling it, literally lie in happy baby if that's where you are. Okay, so I want you to find your happy baby. Watch out you're not all over here. Try and get those knees into the hips. I'm just going to move backwards slightly since I keep knocking out. Okay, so pull those knees down as much. The heels over the knees, so you're not down here. Okay, pull it there. For a bit. Let's just feel that stretch in the hips. From there, you're going to inhale, lift, step it up. You've got a bit of wide. Jump up if you can. So if you can't, tuck the feet. So if you're not here, literally do a jump or reach it up. Do what you can. Okay, and then we're going to sit back down, down. Happy baby. Jump. A little bit of cardio in this Pilates session, but like I say, if you're not there, you don't have to do it. Down. Jump. Let's do one more. I'll have to keep you on your toes. Jump. I know a lot of you are swearing at me now. Okay, land back into happy baby. Pull those knees in. Grab between your big toe and second toe. And then sit. You can see I'm tight today. So you're aiming to bring your knees by your ribs to the floor. Heels above your knees. Lengthening into that spine. Okay. I'm sorry. Bring the knees into your chest. Take the legs straight along the mat. We're going into our roll-ups. I'll move up again for you. Okay, so legs out straight along your mat. Take your arms as far back as you can without popping those ribs up. We're going to inhale, head, neck and shoulders here, and exhale, scoop, lift up tall. Inhale there, exhale, peel it down. And inhale, head, neck and shoulders up, exhale, scoop. Inhale, and exhale, peel it down. Losing my hair. Inhale again, and exhale. Inhale there, exhale, peel it down, engage. There, send the sits bones forward, shoulders out of the ears. Inhale, exhale, scoop. Inhale here, exhale, peel it down, sits bones forward, belly button to spine. Let's go 2 more. Inhale, exhale, scoop. Inhale there, exhale, peel it down. 1 more. And exhale. Take a stretch over the legs. As much as you can. I'm just going to tie my hair up, so take that stretch. And then we're going to come to lie on our sides and we're doing our clams. The best for the hips. Strengthening those muscles around the hip joint. So we're lying, you can be on your hand like so, or you can lie flat. Both legs are bent, knee above the hip and foot above the other foot. Lengthening the top oblique, so your hips are stacked. Your underneath oblique and your top oblique are the same length. Again, it's space between your ribs and your. If you're hucking this hip up into you, you've lost the connection in your torso. The belly button in, lengthen there. Feet together, shoulders down away from the ears, and we're wrapping it round, squeezing from that glute. Exhale for 3 and 4. Squeeze from that bum. Watch that you're not sending it back from the pelvis, so that hip bone is always facing forward. You're feeling it. If you might get to there, you might get a little more than I do. Okay? Feel where you can go. You'll feel that range for yourself. Belly button in. Last one. Hold it up and then pulse it back from that glute. 3. Exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it back down. From there, we're literally going into knee down, foot up, foot down, knee up. Okay. So knee down, foot up, foot down, knee up, and down. Stabilize in that pelvis. 4, So 5, 6, rotating in the hip. So lots of hips today. 9, last one, 10. Okay, both legs out straight. Bring the legs slightly forward if you need to into that banana shape. I want you to lie down flat on your arm now. Your top arm can be straight along the leg or it can be gently placed on the mat in front of you. Hips are stacked, legs are long, and we exhale, lengthen, lift both legs up and bring it down. And 2. So I want you to only try and bring it down side of the leg. So heels apart like that. Engage the whole inner line of the legs towards the top leg, pulling the ankles towards each other, lengthening and lifting, engaging into that oblique. Exhale and lengthen the belly button, spine, shoulders out of the ears, and let's go 2. We hold it up 1, keep the top leg where it is, take the bottom leg down, and then lift the bottom leg up towards the top leg, and 2. Exhale 3. From that inner thigh, exhale 4, belly button towards the spine, exhale 5, 6, 7, keeping that top leg stable, engage into that glute. Let's go 10 more, and 10, 9, inner thigh, 8, 7, shoulders out of ears, 6, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. You can lift up, you can swivel yourself around to the other side. Legs are bent. If you're on your hand, you can be on your hand. If you're on your arm, be on your arm. Knees together, feet together, lengthen into both obliques. Belly button towards the spine, shoulders down and away. And we wrap it around and down. Squeeze 2. Exhale 3. Squeeze for 4. Exhale 5. 6, keeping the hip facing forward so pelvis is stable. 7, 8, 9, 10, hold it up and pulse. 2, especially if you've been sitting a lot in this time. I mean, generally we sit a lot anyway. Working the hips and opening up into the hips, relax it down, is so important. So getting that mobility, getting the strength in the muscles around the hip joint to support it, especially if you have degenerating bones and all of that, so low bone density and all of that. If you've got the strength and the mobility, the strength in the muscles to support it, it definitely helps. Shoulders down, knee down, foot up, foot down, knee up. So you're getting that rotation in the ball and socket joint, keeping the hip bone facing forward, belly button in, rotating round. Squeeze. And 3, 2, 1. Apparently everyone needs to bang doors today. Okay, flat. Then bring the legs forward slightly, lengthen. Keep the underneath oblique lifted, the top oblique lengthened. So you can take note, if your legs are the same length generally, unless you have a structural difference in the length of your legs, both legs should be the same length as you here. So lengthen that top leg to be as long as the bottom leg so that you're lengthening into this oblique. Like that, arm there, all there, and we exhale, lengthen, lift. That bottom leg's coming up towards the top leg. So watch out you're not splitting the heels apart or the ankles apart. Thinking of long before you think of height. And exhale, shoulders down away from the ears. Coming to that hover. Belly button in. Top leg as high as you can. Engage into that glute med. Take that bottom leg down and we lift up from that inner thigh. 2. Exhale 3. You can have the hands slightly in front of you. 4. Exhale 5. 6. Engage in here. Just go 10 more. 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Okay, I'm going to face this way. So you're going to come and sit on your bum. You can have your hands facing backwards. In Pilates, it is meant to have your hands facing forwards. Fingertips facing bum, forwards, backwards, however you want to look at it. Who knows? Shoulders down and feet planted into the mat for me. Okay, so if you struggle with that, just take your hands there and we're lifting up there. I just want you to watch out where your head is going. So for this one, we're bringing our nose towards our pubic bone, so we're keeping our head in. We're not looking backwards like so. Okay, so push those feet down, shoulders down away, belly button in. We're going to activate into the back side of our body, so opening up into the front of the hips as well. So you're going to lift up, belly button in, activate into the back side of the body, and then touch back down. And for 2, squeeze, and touch back down. And belly button in. So 5. Like I say, if you need to turn the hands, we really just want to activate into that back side of the body, engaging, opening up into those hips, belly button towards the spine, shoulders down and away from the ears. We're going to do 2 more. And we're going to hold this one up, hold, lift, belly button in. So watch out, if you're tight and you can't get up and this is where you are, just think about lifting those hips, think about lifting out, send the nose towards the pubic bone, pull that belly button in. So really activate into the back side of the body, shoulders down. If you're here, you're here. Okay. Lift, lift, lift. Belly button in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Calm down. One leg out. Other leg out. We're swiveling round onto our tummies. Okay. If you need a towel, something, a cushion underneath your pelvis, so underneath your hip bones and your pubic bone, you can place it there. So if you have a protruding pubic bone which is just uncomfortable, place a cushion underneath. Just watch out it's not too big. Okay. From there, I want you to lie down on your hands and I want you to bend one leg, whichever leg it is for you. So you here and I want you to flex into your foot, shoulders down away from the ears, belly button in towards your spine, and I want you to lift from that glute, lift the heel up towards the ceiling. And exhale. So you're engaging from that glute, that hamstring, flex into that foot. Exhale. Tension out of the neck and the shoulders. Hold it up. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze. 2, 1. Bring it back down. And then we're lifting the other leg. So flex that foot. Engage into that hamstring, into that glute. And we lift. And for 2. Exhale, 3. Squeeze. Breathe. Take the tension out of your head, neck and shoulders. And really activate into that glute to lift you up. So even if you're not lifting as high, make sure you're not just trying to push up from everywhere in your body. Activate into that glute. And 3 more. Hold it up. Hold. Hold. Activate. And come down. Bring the legs down. Okay, we're going to the first leg. Flex that foot. Lift and hover. And then I want you to lengthen. So you try that knee up off the mat. So if you're putting the knee down, so let's say you're struggling, your hamstring's cramping or something, and you're keeping the knee down, I want you to think about activating into the hamstring. Okay, but if you're hovering and you're keeping that upper leg still, you're going to activate into that hamstring so much better. And engage. So try and keep the knee still. Pull that heel in towards your bum, engaging into here. 8, 9, 10. Take it down. Take your leg, lift it up, and we lengthen. Pull that heel in. 2, 3. I'm a very tinkly person. Okay, still 5, 6, engage. 7, 9, lift that knee. 10, bring it down. Relax those legs. Into rocking, which I think we did last week, but reason I'm doing it also is opening up into our front body, and also practice makes perfect. Consistency, repeating things in consecutive weeks into our bodies. Okay, so if you cannot reach your feet, and this is where you are, you have that engagement here, and you lifting up. So you're engaging into the lower back, mid to upper back. You're lifting up, belly button towards the spine, and you're aiming to grab your feet, and then you can come down. So that's if you struggle to grab your feet. If you can grab your feet, but you struggle to get any back extension, you're literally just going to go as high as you can, and then come back down. So meaning, you push the feet into the hands, you inhale, lift up into your bow pose, and exhale, come down. Okay, so even if that's there for you, think about lengthening more than just lifting from the head. Think about lengthening, push those feet into the hands, lift the knees, and then come down. Okay, you can carry on with that. Otherwise, we're going to fold it up. You're going to inhale, hold it up, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Rock on that pelvis. Watch out, you're not doing this. You want to rock on the pelvis. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Release the legs, hands down, just lie there for a bit, and breathe. Let the mat hold you. Close your eyes if you want to. Well done for showing up. It's the hardest part. And thank you for spending time with me. We are going to stretch. I hope you feel a little bit looser in your hips, a little bit more mobile in your hips. If you do struggle, please remember to practice it. Okay, push back into your rest position. Just breathe here for a few minutes, a few seconds, a few whatever. Try and get your head down so you've got your forehead on the mat. And just breathe. Just breathe. From there, your hands by either side of your head. Lift yourself up. Bring your knees together. If you need to fold your mat, please fold your mat. If you need a cushion or a towel, you can use that. We're taking a big step forward into our hip flexor stretch. So your knee is above your ankle. You're lifting your chest proud. If you do need to do if you want to do other hip flexor stretches, as in lifting up, you can. Pushing the shoulders back above the hips, just make sure you're lifting up out of your lower back and sending the hip bones forward. From there, place your hands down if you're up, and then push back straight front leg, square off into the foot, lengthening into the back line of the legs, of the leg, the front leg. Breathe. You might not be straight, you might not be down, you might be a little bit further up. It's okay. Soften into that front leg, bring it back, and then step forward with the other leg. Big step, knee above the ankle, push the hips forward. If you were down, And on the other side, be down. If you were up, be up, belly button in. Send those hips forward, shoulders down, grow tall. Opening up into the hip flexor. Place the hands down on the mat. Push that front leg back straight, lengthening, making space. Okay, from there, so wheels up through, feet together. Lift up tall onto those sit bones, shoulders down away from the ears, send those knees down towards the mat, and then you can lean forward. Feeling the stretch in those hips. Just breathe. Okay, from there. Figure four or your double pigeon. So double pigeon, foot on top of the knee on top of the foot, lift tall. So that's stretching the glute. Figure four, you're lying on your back. Over here. Grabbing on space between ribs and the hips to stay. Push the knee away and pull the foot closer to you. And then you can swap over onto the other side, whether that be lying down or sitting up in your double pigeon. Lift tall, grow tall, melt forward if you can. Lifting up tall, if you're lying down, come back to sitting. Lengthen both legs out to the side as wide as you can. Lift up onto the sit bones, knees and toes facing up towards the ceiling. Try and get up out of that lower back, shoulders down. And then, if you can, moving forward, flat back, lengthening as far as you can go. Watch those toes don't drop inwards, you want them up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Slowly coming up, soften into your knees, bring the feet to the front of you, cross your one leg over the other in line with the knee, lift up and out of that spine, out of that lower back, take your elbow to your knee and then rotate round, looking behind you as much as possible, pulling the knee across, and then swap sides, leg out, leg across, lift up and out of that lower back, elbow to the knee, lift up, rotate round, coming back slowly, one last time, trying to get off the floor, or I say one last time for today, crossing the legs if you need to, if you want to come up any other way, you're more than welcome to, belly button in, stand up, unwind your legs, hang upside down, release the back of the neck, just feel how your body feels different here than your first roll down when we started, so just hang, equalize, we inhale here, we exhale, scoop belly button up, tuck the pubic bone forward, stack the spine, we take a deep inhale, hands up above the head, exhale, let it all out. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for spending your time with me, like I said. If you do struggle with your hips, please do try these exercises a little bit every day so that we can get that mobility up. Practice getting up and down off the floor. Yeah, and just have fun with it. Work with your body. Have an amazing week ahead, and we'll see you next time.